Hello. So I just wanted to make a quick recap video for talking about my cold call numbers and just general prospecting numbers for this year. I want to talk about what happened in January, then go into February, some things I've learned, and some humbling realizations from all this. So just to run through some of these numbers real quick, and then I will share my screen so you can see them. In January, I had 1,158 calls. 33 this is just cold calling, 1,158 calls, 33 contacts, 6 leads. In the whole month of January from just the cold calls. It took about an hour and 35 minutes of dialing to find one lead. It was about 193 calls per lead, and it's like a 2.8% contact rate, which sounds pretty low. Because for every one person that I actually talk, for every lead that I talk to, it's probably like 6 to 10 people that it's either wrong number and admin. There's like a lot of other conversations that happen to actually get a lead. So that was interesting. Also in January, we hired 2 employees. One of them had to move to Dubai and, like kind of stop working altogether. So there was a lot of other things going on that I was allowing to get in the way. So these numbers are actually pretty low for what I'm shooting for. So in February, this month, today is February 26th, and we're almost at the end of the month. I made 2,400 cold calls. I'm actually going to share my screen. You can see my stats, my little Mojo dashboard. So we're at about 20 hours and 25 minutes of calling. 2,463 cold calls, obviously 63 contacts, 17 leads. And it's cool how it tracks these metrics here. It's about 120 calls per hour, almost 40 calls per contact, a little bit lower of a contact rate. And it tells you your prospecting time per lead, which is pretty cool. So it's good to know these stats. And it's a lot of, I only count contacts, this 62 number. The real number of people I'm talking to is actually a lot higher, which is interesting. Like I said, like even for every one contact, there might be 5, 7, 9, sometimes 10 people in certain cases where they'll pick up the phone and I'll talk to them, but I don't consider it in contact because it's not the actual seller. There's a lot of sifting that happens to find the actual seller. So I'm going to switch it back here. So a couple of things I've learned. Doing commercial to begin with is like really hard. It's a weird time in the market. And I think the hard part is just getting over the fact that in a market like this, you got to prospect, 3 to 4 times as much to get half or less as much business as maybe you could get a few years ago. So I think I'm still mentally getting over that. My goal is actually I'm working my way back up to, for example, but today I made 300. Today was my best day so far this year. Made 317 dials. Got, I think it was 5 or 6 leads, 2 commercial buyers. No, 3 commercial buyers, 2 sellers. And whoops, didn't mean to share that again. Actually, I will go into my little lead dashboard. Made a little program in Replit that makes it easier for me to track my time. I can just click and add in, hours called and conversations and the new opportunities that come up. And also the scary things I do, which is pitching my podcast episodes some days. So anyway, I'm going to turn that back off. So wrapping my head around the fact that I need to be making realistically, really to, I think, like force success, it's somewhere like 4 hours of cold calls a day. This is just cold calls. This is not including managing, the storage facilities or managing properties, managing employees, following up with people, submitting offers, handling the business, going to meet people, running comps. There's a lot of stuff that comes with every lead or opportunity that's found. But I'm excited to get back to the good rhythm of just, disappearing from sight from like 9:05 in the morning till like 1 o'clock or 1:30. So I'll just, put out to the world. I'll keep posting my numbers maybe more often, but basically starting on Monday, I'm getting back into, we read the 12-week year, and 400 calls a day is the goal. And submitting, there's other metrics with how many offers I'm going to submit, and the goal is to get 2 pending contracts in the next 12 weeks here, with an average commission of $70,000 ideally, hopefully more. Yeah, so that's the realization. I'm excited to go through it, and if anyone else is out there making cold calls and wants to stay accountable, and don't reach out to me unless you're serious, I'd love to talk to you. So that's pretty much it. What else do I want to say? I think I will end the video here. If you're still watching, actually, I have a bonus. If you're still watching, I'm going to share my screen and share one other cool little thing that I've come up with in the past couple of weeks here. I made a little program, not even a program, just got my CRM in order. I'm going to take this out. I was searching this address. Got my CRM in order so I could plot all the opportunities I'm working on in a nice map. So now it's starting to get a little easier to see all the people I'm calling. The oranges are people I owe offers to right now, or you can see after prep LOI, oranges are LOI that were sent. These are LOIs I'm working on. Active stuff, people have to call every week. It's really, really very helpful to see the heat map of this stuff. This is only like maybe, a half of the opportunities that are even in this map so far, but I'm starting to call West Virginia, North Carolina, like spreading out a little bit up and down the East Coast for industrial properties. So, yeah, I'm excited to be working on this. It's a whole different world, and it's a lot of fun to be working on, these kind of properties and having conversations with people who have really interesting businesses. There's a ton of baby boomers that are looking to retire. And I mean, I feel like 50+% of the people I talk to are like 65 to 75 years old. A lot of people have businesses that they're looking to sell or slow down or let their family inherit. We've been looking at a couple different businesses too. It'll probably take a gazillion swings to even find one that's viable, but they're out there. They're out there. So that's pretty much what's been going on. Expecting a kid in 2 weeks, so you may not see me too much in the month of March. Going to try and take a little bit of time off, but I'm still going to stick with these 400 phone calls and then probably shut it down most days, hopefully in the afternoon. So that's it. Thanks for watching.